We're back here at the D3Hoops.com Classic with Lake Forest women's basketball coach Tam Tills. And, you know, I guess nobody has to go out 0-2, but it's a tough way to come into Vegas and then go out, and also without your two senior captains playing.
Right, obviously that was not the plan, but the plan was if we played well and did some things that been working on, I'd feel much better, but coaches never feel good when you lose.
You had flashes of brilliance here today in the second game, the game against Denison. You kind of won the first 10 minutes, maybe played the third 10 minutes to a draw or did pretty well there, but they really kind of blew your doors off for about 9 minutes of that first half.
Yeah, we're so young that we just don't know how to adjust. We can't adjust on the fly. So they took advantage of that, and I don't blame them, but I told our kids, I said, you can't play from behind all the time. It's great you battle back, but we've got to learn how to close the door. And if you don't do that, that's what's going to happen. It's a 40-minute game, not a 27-minute game.
Yeah, the Foresters are missing Sam Schuring, senior captain, torn ACL out for the season, and Liz Radke, who's, all she was doing was leading the team in scoring and rebounding and tied for the team high in assists, and she was unavailable this weekend too. Do you know what her prognosis is?
Yeah, she's going to try to play through on Wednesday. We play Ripon College on Wednesday. She's going to try to play then. It's just, it's one of those things that you got, what, 13 games left in your career. You just hope nobody hits it from behind and pop it out. Right. So she's doing all she can do rehabbing. It's killing her to be out, but hopefully we get her back on Wednesday.
Midwest Conference off to an impressive start this season. Usually I would think, Lake Forest coming in at 4-4, in the early part of the season, you guys would be in a run for one of those top 4 spots in the conference. But we're talking about, Cornell comes back to the conference this year. They're undefeated. St. Norbert is always strong, and that's not all.
And Monmouth's strong also. We'll probably battle for that 4th spot, 3rd or 4th spot. And the good thing about our conference is that, anything can happen. And it's funny because, the things that surprise you are just like, you never would have thought that would have happened. Cornell might go in the tank, who knows. But we've got some good basketball ahead of us. We're young, so hopefully that, we can battle back. This was a good experience for us. Hopefully we can battle back and win a few conference games to get some confidence back.
One of your young players was one of the bright spots this weekend here in Michelle Rokolko, the freshman. I noticed both games got in foul trouble early in the first half, so you had to sit her quite a bit there.
Right, she's got young mistakes. She doesn't understand how she has to keep herself in the ball game. When she gets tired, she reaches. There's a lot of things she has to learn, but she's got a lot of natural talent, and she brings a lot to our team. So we're happy that she's done what she's done, but looking forward to how much she's going to get better in the 4 years.
In those first 20 minutes of the game today, I think that the high scorer for your team had 4 points. It seems like you kind of lacked a go-to scorer with the injuries.
And with Liz being out, it just kills us because she's our focal point in the middle. And everybody knows if you don't have inside-outside game, you're not going to be successful. And clearly we don't at this point. So we're hoping to get her back and get back in that flow.
Tough conference schedule, as we mentioned, coming up. But when do you guys leave Las Vegas, or what kind of Las Vegas-y things did you do here?
Oh my gosh, we went to the Strip 3 days, went to Hoover Dam, we did zip lining. The kids had a blast. Oh, they had a blast, and it was a great experience for them, and that's why we came here. We're hoping, and we learned a lot to carry over in our conference, because ultimately the conference is more important.
And you did not get a chance to scout Carroll twice.
We did not, but we do know pretty much what they do, and vice versa. We actually play them a little bit down the road again, so we'll have more time at home.
Harkening back to the first game you guys played here, you played University of Laverne. You had seen the two teams that play the Grinnell system in women's basketball in Division III, and Laverne was a little bit different.
Laverne was different because they didn't play it the whole time. They decided all of a sudden to drop back, and it was a trapping over the half court. And we adjusted well with the 1-3-1, and we got a lot of quick points in the paint. Well, then they went back to it, so then we had to readjust, and that's the problem with a young team. They don't adjust well on the fly. So you got to call a timeout. You got to get them settled. You got to get the right people in there for them to be successful. Then a team will switch on you again. So.
This is your third coaching stop in Division III. You coached third head coaching stop in Division III, right?
Fourth head coaching spot in Division III.
Was Concordia St. Paul a D3 school then, or what am I missing?
They were NAI. They were NAI at that time, but still head coach.
All right.
So yes, it was Concordia St. Paul, Concordia Chicago, Loras, and now here. Yeah. And then I was at Cal State Fullerton and Marquette. So I've been coaching for a long time. Actually, honestly, it's my 34th year coaching overall. So kind of like the game a lot.
Do you like the Division III experience?
I do. It's very, you get to coach a lot. Let's put it that way. You coach a lot of things that other people take for granted, and it's actually very difficult. But it's a lot of fun because they're good kids. They do it because they love the game.
How about I see you played at University of Wisconsin lacrosse. Now, obviously, back in the NAIA days, I'm guessing as well for them.
We were AIAW.
Of course.
Yes, it was the last year of AIAW, and we were national champs, so it was kind of fun. I tell my kids, hey, it's the best feeling in the world cutting down a net. I don't care if it's Division I, 2, or 3. And back in the day, I tell them we didn't have ladders, so they held me up to cut the net down. They go, really? Really, wow. Coach? Yeah. But, it's a great experience. It seems like yesterday, and it's been how many years? It's been ridiculous. But I'll tell you what, that's why I like the Division III experience, because you can be a person. You can, academically, you're there focused, and you can have a life, and not that you can't other places, but these kids get a well-rounded education.
I know what the last year of the AIW was. I'm just not going to mention it here. You can find it if you're really interested. That's Tam Tills, the head coach of Lake Forest. Thanks for coming to the D3Hoops.com Classic.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And that's part of our 13 interviews here at the D3Hoops.com Classic. We'll have more.